of this first week of Brazil week. This is when I have been reacting to nothing but new Brazilian artists that I have been getting requested left and right since I started reacting to pretty much Gabriel Henrique. He was my first Brazilian artist, and then I started getting requests for everyone that you've seen so far this week. Next week I might have some repeat artists. I've been getting more requests to react to Ricky Valen singing We Are the World from the Shadow program. And just because I have so many Gabriel Henrique videos to get to, he might make a spot appearance in the middle of the week. I haven't fully decided yet. But at least this entire first week has been nothing but new artists. So this video is going to be Gustavo Lima singing No Hora de Amar, I think is how you pronounce it. I only played it once on the translation and it sounded pretty much like in Spanish, so that's just how I'm going to say it for this song. I don't know anything about this guy. I just was told to react to him. And I was like, okie dokie. This particular video offers auto-translate on the captions, so I'm going to use that so I'm not having to look back and forth between screens, because that does sort of distract me from the performance just a little bit, just because I try to figure out what they're singing about, and then it's just an additional thing for me to try to take in all at the same time. So I have the auto-translate on. Not sure how good it's going to be. It's probably just as good as it is whenever I use my auto-translate for my subtitles down here. So hopefully I just get the gist of what the song is about. I have it paused right now, and so I'm looking at the back of his jacket, and it looks pretty fancy. I don't know who this guy is, but if his jacket is that fancy, hopefully he's a good showman too. So let's just jump into the reaction.
Teu olhar sempre está muito longe, em lugar que se chama solidão. Chego a pensar que você se esconde da minha paixão. Sempre a voar, pensamento distante, eu me pergunto o que foi que fiz, mas são palavras que ninguém responde. Te vejo infeliz. Atenção, Barretos, bota a mão pra cima, você diz. Eu vejo o sol se afastando do horizonte, igual você se esconder. Não sei porquê.
Ooh, that reverb was so pretty. Also, just side note, I really like when artists let the audience sing. A lot of people think of it as a cop-out, like, oh, they can't hit those notes, or their voice is tired. Maybe so, but I just think it's fun, especially as an audience member, when the singer decides to do that, because one, it does give them a vocal break. Not discarding that information at all. It does give them a break from singing a little bit. If you've ever been a part of it, it's almost like everyone there, of course, we're fans of the person we're watching. I mean, duh. But it's almost like everyone in that audience is like one big happy family, and we're just singing with our favorite person. And it's just a really cool experience. And I like, especially when it's in these huge stadiums like that, it's just cool. I just really like it. So I'm assuming he's a big deal in Brazil. That is a huge stadium, and it looks sold out, and everyone knows the words, and they're just, I need to know who this guy is. But yes, he is very pretty. That's just a word I use for males when they're obviously very attractive. Not necessarily my type or anything, but, you know, either by society standards or whatever, he's very, very attractive, and he's just pretty. He's handsome too, of course, but my go-to word when a guy looks like him. Very well put together, very well groomed. He's just pretty. Anyway, back to the video.
Amor que era tão grande foi ficando assim. Esse lado você deve estar. Que seu amor por mim acabou. Sempre fingiu, nada sentiu na hora de amar. Tem medo de contar que seu amor por mim acabou. Sempre fingiu. Agora eu e vocês, ok? Mais forte, ok? A gente sente quando tudo acabou, quando o encanto da paixão sumiu. O sentimento que só teu coração descobriu. Vai! Você deve estar sempre fingiu, nada sentiu. Tem medo de contar que seu amor por mim acabou. Sempre fingiu. Atenção! Quem tá feliz, bota a mãozinha pra cima. Quem tá feliz, bota a mãozinha pra cima. Atenção, quem já sofreu de amor, bota a mão pra cima, correndo! Aqui, aqui, ó. De um lado pro outro, vocês. De um lado. Vai ter que cantar, ok? Você deve estar. Vem.
It just sounds so good. I like listening to the crowd sing like that. Aww, he looks touched.
Tem medo de contar que seu amor por mim acabou. Sempre fingiu. Tá muito baixo, eu quero mais um pouquinho de volume, pode ser? Nada sentiu na hora de amar.
I like him. I know I didn't my face didn't make any kind of movement really whatsoever. There was a lot going on in this video, but I really like his voice. He kind of, okay, after I said, that he's pretty, I was watching him and I saw him again. I'm like, he looks like one of the Scott brothers. I don't know if y'all know who the Scott brothers are, but they are a set of twins. They are from Canada, and they have a plethora of home improvement shows here in the States. I'll put their picture right here. Drew is the real estate guru, and Jonathan is the handyman. They are identical twins, but they have very different styles. But out of the two, I would consider Drew to be the pretty one. He's very well kept, very well groomed, always kept together. And Jonathan has more of a scruffy, outdoorsy type of look to him, so he wouldn't be pretty. He's still handsome, don't get me wrong. But out of the two, Drew would be the pretty one, even though they're identical. Anyway, that's a good example of what I mean by pretty versus like handsome. Anyway, it's just a term I use. It's not meant to be insulting or anything to men. It's just something that I say. So I'm not sure at what point of the show this song was placed. I don't know if it was at the beginning, the end, middle. I don't know. I know that a lot of singers like to save their most well-known song for like either the very end of the set or even sometimes as an encore. This song, the way the crowd was singing it and the way he was performing it, makes me think it's one of his more well-known songs, so maybe it was at the very end, which should also be another reason why he would want to take a break and let the audience sing, because if you're at the end of a set, your voice can get tired. Even if you're doing proper technique, you can go up there and sing for an hour and a half, and of course your voice is going to get tired. Like myself, when I like to film these videos in bulk. So sometimes my goal whenever I do film in bulk is to film at least 5 videos, so I at least have videos for a week. But sometimes I just talk so damn much that I only get like 3, maybe 4 videos out. And the reason for that is I have something called Hashimoto's disease. It's a thyroid disorder. It's an autoimmune thyroid disorder. And if I talk a lot, I can lose my voice very easily. That's why I try to film in bulk, but I also try to not overdo it. That is very possible. If you're up there singing a long set, you can get your voice can get tired. And it's better to just kind of hold back than to try to push through sometimes. Because like I mentioned in previous videos, if you push when your voice is either tired or if it's out of your range or in the wrong key, you can damage your voice, and that's not good. If that's the case, then what he was doing, that was a good voice-saving technique in letting the audience sing along with him or instead of him. But I really like him. He's got a good stage presence. His voice is really good. I need to listen to more of him. I don't know. I'm getting the impression from him, at least in this performance, that he might not be a frilly singer. And what I like a frilly singer meaning like he doesn't do a whole lot of riffs. He doesn't do a lot of the fancy vocal stuff. He just sings the song and keeps it simple but powerful. And that's not something a lot of singers do. Many singers try to do all these bells and whistles on it, and sometimes it's not necessary. And I think this song, the way he sang it, it was perfect. He projected and belted a few times, but it was in appropriate places of the song. And I could see someone wanting to cover this song, and while they might do some really impressive things with it, I think it might take away from the song a little bit if you do too much with it. I think the way he has it arranged vocally, it's perfect. And it doesn't need to be messed with. Just leave it alone. But I really don't know what else to say about him, except I need to react to more of him. So if y'all could leave me more requests for him down in the comments, that would be super duper. But I'm going to end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.